Well, there's a lot of good fellows from Brazil over here, and you're gonna hear in English what I have been talking in Portuguese so many years in my life. To talking about good ads. First of all, we have to get the understanding that we are a disturbance. We are not the best guys in the world. We are not the focus of the audience. We are not the guys that people are looking for. Nobody buys a magazine, watch a TV, go to a cinema to watch ads. Nobody. So as we are a disturbance, no, not ads. People don't want ads. People want to laugh. People want content. Nobody wants ads. That's the fact. Nobody wants ads. Neither our mamas. Neither you. You don't like ads. Nobody likes ads. We don't like ads. So we have to be creative, because this is our job. We have to put a little pepper, a little flavor in a disturbance. We have to be less disturbative as we can, to be remembered. Because we fight against the bathroom. Because at our time, the people go to the bathroom. We have to be powerful. Because if we not sell the product, we're gonna be fired. That's no way. That's no other way. We have to be powerful. Have to be efficient. We can never forget that we are ads. We are not artists. So we have to make advertising. We have to make advertising that works. The best way to do that, it's making great ads. So as you have to make great ads, you have to do 4 things. Actually, 5. Have to do it. As you have to do ads, do it relevant, do it different, do it branding. But at least, please, do beautiful. If you have one bad idea, shaping good, one bad idea, beautiful, it's so much better than a worse idea, than a fantastic idea, ugly. Nobody wants to see something ugly. So do it at least beautiful. Like this ad. It's an ad for Tropicana. But I don't care about this ad. It's so beautiful, isn't it? So beautiful, so colorful. Just imagine that in a magazine. It's beautiful. If we didn't have these words, we should look for a piece of art. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. Great ads are hard, but it's better. And you have to convince the people about it. It's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy for me. It's not easy for Tony. It's not easy for nobody. It's not easy because it's hard to convince one person to put a lot of money in something that they don't have certainty. They don't have proofs that the piece works. And we don't have proofs. Don't ask me about research. Don't ask me about the quality and quantities, groups, because we never can prove. We just can remember. And you're gonna remember that some ads like this used to work, but I don't know if it's gonna work right now. So it's hard. It's hard to convince the people. I love this ad because it's hard to. They had to sell a wine. And how can I explain that Chile, the country, has a good wine? Because Chile doesn't have nothing more good than wine. It's hard. It's hard to convince a child, how can I say Chilean? Somebody from Chilean. It's hard to convince a Chilean guy that Chile has nothing but wine. Just imagine to convince one CEO, one very important CEO, Chilean CEO, that you're gonna talk that our country has nothing but wine. It's hard, but it's lovely. I'm just thinking how the guys create that, but it's more than create, it's easy to create. It's hard to approve. Create is easy. Just sit in front of a blank paper and you're gonna have wonderful ideas. But wonderful ideas are not approvable. And you have to approve the ideas, to run the ideas. So be convincible. But why? Because it's better for brands, it's better for agents, it's better for you. You're gonna run good ads, you're gonna run great ads, you're gonna receive proposals, you're gonna receive more money, you're gonna receive more money for your agents, you're gonna receive more attention of your boss. It's good for everybody, but it's hard. It's hard. It's not easy. Because it's a terrible thing. Because we watch through these rooms, we go through these rooms watching wonderful things and think how my life is a shit. No, the life of everybody is a shit. The life of everybody is a shit. It's not. It's shit. Yeah, every day is shit. But never forget, efficiency is your obligation. You're gonna be fired if you did something not efficient. Efficiency is your obligation. Like this ad. It's so efficient. It's so efficient. It's beautiful, but it's more than beautiful. It's efficient. Why? Because the product is over here. What I have to tell that I can carry. I remember when the guys showed me this ad in the agents, and the windows are far from them, and they could not let the package from hand to hand. And I told, please guys, put the windows closed. Because just imagine one person that sells something very, very fragile inside this box. That's why this ad, the hands, it's so close of the box. So this is efficient. It's not a question of, oh, it's wonderful. I remember the art director told me, but Sergio, it's more beautiful when we get the windows faster. Fast one of them, far one of them. No, please, make it a little ugly, but put the windows closed. This is the ugliest, the most ugly thing that you have to do. You have to be a little ugly if you don't compromise the efficiency. Compromise the beauty, but not the efficiency, because you're gonna be in dangerous place. Creativity is your devotion. As efficiency, it's our obligation. Creativity, it's your devotion, because it's too boring to work in advertising. It's too boring. So let's put a little smile in our profession, smile in our day-by-day. Like this. It's so easy. It's fucking easy. That's a campaign for Saxophony. And the idea is to prove that we can, in an ad, we know the sound of the things. It's a print ad. It's an interactive print ad. I've been hearing a lot of people talking. No, this is the digital age. This is the digital age, and we have to do digital. We have to do digital. We have to do digital in prints. We have to do digital in films. We have to do digital in billboards. We have to do digital in everything. It's not because of the digital world. It's because of the digital generation. The people want to interact. As the people want to interact, let's interact. Let's make interaction in ads. Like this. It's a bubble plastic. And if you explode the bubble plastic, it's almost the same sound of an old thing that used to be placed in some museums, typewriters, like this. I don't know if you remember that. This is another piece of another kind of paper. It's I don't know if it's cellophane. I think it's cellophane in English too.
Yeah.
It's a cellophane paper that if you press, if you use the paper, if you move the paper, you can hear the sound of fire. And another one printed in metal that can give the sound of thunder. It's wonderful. You need to prove that creativity is the most powerful weapon in business, because you can put less money in a creative piece. And this is one wonderful thing. Tell to the clients this: you can put less money in media because you have something creative, because it's remembered, because it's powerful. If you want a tip, do that. Not because we like it. Creative, but not because we like it. Because it works. It works better. We are not artists. We do creative piece because it works. It works better. The client can save money. Like this for audio. It's wonderful. You can see this. You can remember the guys becoming tired, and this is one audio fatigue detector. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's on the streets. It's on the streets. It's on the weather. It's on the mind of the people. My last point: know the brief. Have it in your mind, but not just follow it. It's almost the same that Tony told that burn the brief, but read it first. Read it first. No, I know that you told, but I just like to emphasize that. Read it first, then burn it. But the point is, get the brief in your head, because you never know when the idea will appear. That's the point that Tony told. Watch the windows, walk through the parts, but have the brief in your head. Get the understanding of the need in your head. Because if you have the understanding of the brief in your head, see, if you have more than the brief, if you have the values of the brand in your head, you will discover new opportunities. I believe that advertising has two vectors, and I really believe on that. I believe one vector is when you respond to the brief. When you look to the brief, look to the necessity, and attend the necessity. But there's another vector. When you discover a new necessity, when you discover one thing, one opportunity that the client has never been watched once in her life, in his life. You can discover that. Do something without brief. Do something without answers. You can. That's the best part of our profession. We can give answers without questions. Some people told, oh, this is turtle. Some people, in Brazil, the expression is ghost. Ghost advertising. In Brazil. Do this. Because it's lovely to the client. When you create something without a brief, you can surprise the client. And you can show to the client. Why? Because, first of all, you're going to be fired if you do scams. You're going to be fired because the only way to do a scam is when you don't have the approval of the client, and if you don't run the ad. But if you run the ad, and if you get the approval of the client, it was just a proactive thing. Be proactive. Be proactive. This is our demand. This is our work. This is our reason to life. It's not just respond questions. Respond briefs. If you have the brief in your head, you're going to discover opportunities that the client has never seen in their life. All briefings are shit. If you just follow the brief, you will make shit. But remember, the most important thing to make a seed grow is shit. And your idea is a seed. So remember, I hate when the guys told, this is the fucking brief. The brief is a shit. The brief is a shit wrote by the client that has no understanding of advertising. Guys, the brief is always shit. That's why we are necessary. Because we have to transform shit in beautiful things. This is our job. This is our demand. This is why we are so beautiful paid. Messy. One last question for the future. One last point to the future. I was thinking about it when I watch your David. If you want a clue for the future, make people cry. Make people cry. The people want to cry. The people want to be involved. People want to be surrounded by the beauty of life. I watched yesterday the Coca-Cola seminar. This is the smartest thing of the whole strategy of Coca-Cola. They get the understanding that the people want to cry. Let's see.